So I wanted to talk about an all-American car manufacturer called Dodge. Depending on who you are, you'll either see them as a bunch of lunatics on the road, or the poor people's fast car, or just people who just love American muscle cars. But anyways, I'm here to talk about one of my favorite Dodge cars, which is the Dodge Viper. They have made one of my favorite cars of all time, the Dodge Viper, which was created in 1992 and ended in 2017. Based off of a fun little car called the Chevy Cobra. Basically, this car was, imagine if you had an SUV, a nice safe car you could take your family on road trips and everything, and then just take all those features and remove them from the car. Then get rid of general comfort and tell all safety standards to practically fuck off, and you get one of the most unsafe, unstable death traps ever created in humanity, capable of making even motorcycles seem safe to drive.
But tonight's crowd is about to witness one for the record books. Or slides into a turn and crashes onto the dirt. But his bike takes off with a vengeance.
One of my favorite parts about this car was how beautiful and rare it was. I've never actually got to see one in real life. It was a shame that I never actually did. My 9-year-old brain finally got to figure out that there's other cars, not called a Ferrari, that were fast. With coming in with multiple luxuries such as no AC, giving you a heads up on how it's like to live in a European country, with no power locks or door handles cause those things are for nerds, and no roof either cause that's just dead weight weighing down the car, and an exhaust that once you accidentally touch the side of your car will burn your leg. If someone driving a motorcycle can get used to their legs burning touching the exhaust, you can as well. This car was not meant for safety or following the laws of the road. It was meant for fast badasses with death wishes to ride on. Long story short, when they started to build the first engine for the car, they didn't know how to make a V10, so they asked a small company that nobody knows about called Lamborghini. You've probably never heard of them, they're not that popular. They helped them create the first V10 engine for the all-American muscle car at 400 horsepower in 1992. With later versions of the car getting progressively higher horsepower, with the final version in 2017 having 645 horsepower, and it was the strongest ever street legal Viper. The Dodge Viper 2016 ACR set 13 track records when it was out, with the top speed the car ever achieved at 205 miles per hour, or 330 kilometers. That word seems to be missing a little bit of freedom, but anyways, road and the track to handle. Thankfully, what made the first car so great was never modified, as all the standard packages that came with the car, or should I say didn't come with the car, were never modified. What do you mean they added a roof, air conditioning, and leather seats? That stuff's just gonna weigh my car down. Also, the car only came in manual, so yeah, automatic drivers were fucked, because manual is king in these cars. And if you do drive an automatic, people will look at you like some kind of freak show, and that's because you are one. With one of the highest death rates in drivers, every year, a joke that's commonly referred to as Corvette owners, where they crash their cars or die. This car had it about 10 times worse, with the only reason it not being as popular to make jokes about this one being that the car was discontinued. Some people even named it the Widowmaker, helping increase single mother rate in rich neighborhoods. But you get it, the Dodge Viper was easily one of my favorite cars when I was a kid. I always wanted one. Sadly, the prices have gone up so astronomically that I do not believe I will ever be able to afford one. My favorite version of it is the 2016 ACR. Such a beautiful car that stands out when you put it next to others. A beautiful design and beautiful seats, which helped increase single motherhood every single day in rich neighborhoods. With a wings that spanned 1776 millimeters, the same as the year America was founded. The car is everything the founding fathers would have loved in a vehicle. It was capable of embarrassing other supercars, especially if you modified it, for a fraction of the price at the time. In both in looks and speed, smoking your competition was always fun. Capable of embarrassing other supercars, it was one of the greatest vehicles ever created. And going roughly 15 miles per gallon, you'll be able to stop at every other gas station before heading home. Just the way Dodge intended. A car that you put more money in gas than into your rent. Yeah, I love this car, and in all seriousness, I always wanted one.
Now he's deceased, he got caught in a jam. Threw in the can with the cops who represent he killed another man. Cheap knowledge was my main game. To figure out the law, to figure out the frame. Just when I thought I knew justice, I got my me said, you just been